Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode. Today I'm going on a little adventure with my furry buddy Scout. We're going to do a little bit of van life, solo female van life with a dog. Never done van life before with a dog, and I haven't been in November in ages, so I thought now it's getting colder. I think my tent days are over for a bit until next year. Let's go for a little trip in the van together. I think Scout's gonna like it, but first we've got to get there. And as you all know by now, I don't like driving this van. It just makes me feel very anxious. Don't know why I haven't got over it after all these years, but I haven't, so I think it's just something I have to accept that I have. Scout, are you going to say hi? He's a bit hot. And I hope he'll sit down because he's kind of blocking my vision. Scout, you're gonna have to relax, boy. I've had Scout for a few days now and he's with me for a week, so I thought it'd be fun to make the most of having him here. It's a big responsibility having a dog, and it's really opened my eyes to the world of dog ownership. Yeah, that's it, you sit down. Good boy, that's what we want. It's not gonna be that hot anymore. I mean, it's not hot today. Yeah, as you know, I'm not the best at driving this van. I mean, I'm not bad at driving it, but I just don't enjoy it. So I'm gonna get there now. Chat to you on the way. It will help me having you guys to chat to feel less nervous. And I've got my buddy with me. I just hope you don't block the mirror. Honestly, good old Labamba. She's just a trooper. She's a reliable girl. We're off, Scout. Are you... Oh, that was a bit of a... Okay, whoa. So, you know I was saying that my new car has got a really high clutch? Well, I'm not used to the van. The van is... You don't need hardly any clutch control. Ooh, that's tight. Okay, we can do this, we can do this. We've got this. We've got this, guys. Whoa, it feels so different driving the van. We park our van actually like a little bit further away from where we live because we had a bit of trouble with our neighbours being a bit grumpy about our van being parked on the road. We had 3 incidents with 3 different neighbours, so we decided it just wasn't worth it. It was kind of really horrible actually, because we live in a really friendly place, but it was just these 3 isolated incidents that made us feel a bit rubbish about the atmosphere and stuff, and we just thought it's not worth it, so we'll move the van. I'm such a jolty driver. You're right, Scout. There's air flowing now, there should be air. So yeah, we have a little bit of a walk to our van now, which is kind of a shame because it's quite nice having it right outside the house. If you've got guests, or it's just fun to have it as like an extra bit of space. And I love the van and it's nice to kind of be near it, but it's safe where it is, and it's just honestly just peace of mind now. We don't have to worry about grumps getting annoyed at us. I've decided we're going to go to a campsite not too far away. I just thought it's kind of fun to, like I'm always an advocate for these days, exploring your own backyard. Is that how you say it? Or back garden? I don't know. But exploring what's on your doorstep. And I think a really good way of doing that is actually going to stay somewhere, because you get to like have a real feel for it, even though it's only down the road. You feel like you're on a little mini holiday. What do you think, Scout? We're off on a little adventure together. But I'm alright once I get going. That took me by surprise then. I was so jolty driving that. I'm so used to the really high clutch on our new car. Actually, I haven't driven the van since last time I made a video, which was a little wild stealth camp down on the Cornish coast. Today I'm going inland, so I hope you enjoy. Come along with me for a nice, relaxing couple of days of van life with me and Scout. Scout, please sit, please chill, man. You're just trying to get on camera. Can you see yourself in the camera? What do you reckon? I think you're pretty gorgeous. Right, Scout, it's not that hot. I've got the windows open. It's about 13 degrees today. So yeah, I've booked a little campsite, dog-friendly campsite for the night. Never been there before. It's actually in the village where Tom grew up. Is this what you're supposed to do with dogs? Put them at the front? I don't know. I felt a bit weird putting him at the back on his own because our back's not connected to our front of the van. I thought he'd rather be up here. He's the kind of dog that doesn't really like being alone. He cries if you like go to the bathroom and shut the door. Don't you, Scout? You like to have company. I tell you what, this whole car buying fiasco and getting our car scrapped and me buying a new one, if you missed the last episode, it's made me really appreciate how lucky we've been with Labamba. We've been so lucky with, not touch wood, no mechanical issues, because she's been our home for so long as well. It's been so good to have such a reliable vehicle. We'll keep her going for as long as we can. So we did talk about selling her, because obviously we rent a house now, we don't live in the van anymore. The turning I've got to make to get to this campsite, on Google Maps it does say road closed, but I'm not sure if I believe it. But then Google Maps tends to be quite accurate about this kind of thing. Are we gonna risk it, Scout? Are we gonna risk it? Are we gonna try the closed road? I'm gonna try it, guys, and this is risky for me. Nerves are high right now. I don't like it. With the van, I just don't feel like I can turn around. Like, just like, you know, in a car, you can just nip around if you've taken a wrong turn. But there's no signs on this road to say it's closed, so I think I did the right thing. Let's just hope I don't meet anybody, because I don't want to reverse back yet. Here we are. Yeah, we're here. We're gonna get out in a minute. Can you tell that we're somewhere where you're gonna like? Is that what you're excited? I think I'm gonna leave you in here though, Scout, because I've got to go to the reception. Well, we have arrived at Eden Valley Holiday Park, and they're really friendly here. And we've got a pitch, just like a hard standing electric pitch. I was actually thinking some of these grass pitches are quite nice. I'm just looking around, but the ground is so wet, I think we just get stuck. And that is not something I want to deal with on my own. Yeah, it's just waterlogged. So this is a beautiful part of Cornwall, but it just rains so much here. What do you think of it here, Scout? Do you like it? So far so good, I think. And you're in luck because there is a doggy field. Look at this. We might have it all to ourselves, Scout. Wow, look at this. We can take you off your lead in here. Good boy. Whoa. Already getting good vibes from this campsite. It feels, I've just literally just come off the main road for 500 yards and we're just surrounded by trees. We're in this little valley, hence why it's called Eden Valley. We're near the Eden Project, so I guess that's where the name comes from. Look at all these. This tree is just turning into such gorgeous colours. Autumn hues are coming out. It's funny because I was kind of nervous to come out here on my own and come out in the van, but as soon as I'm here, I'm like, why was I nervous about that? That was so easy. That was just a really short drive. It's really nice here. It's like a holiday, obviously, but something about that van makes me scared. I think Scout would play ball forever if you did. Currently walking up this nice little avenue of trees. And it's all very nice and autumnal. Turns out it's actually an adult-only campsite, so I think that's a pretty good selling point if you're coming to Cornwall and you wanted somewhere to stay that was not like without all the kids running around. I've only got 4 more months of being able to stay at that campsite. I'm growing up a little baba. I've actually been quite busy planning my next couple of months. It's weird kind of looking at your life in a way like I am now that I'm 6 months pregnant. So I've basically got 4 months left. Well, let's think. So it's baby's due at the end of January. It's near the end of October now. So November, December, January. More like 3 months, okay. Thought I had an extra month. When you're looking at your life a bit like me, like sometimes for 3 more months of being fairly independent and not many responsibilities, I'm kind of trying to think of things I want to do, and like my cousin suggested making a bucket list of things you want to do while you're pregnant. Like little things like going to the cinema on your own, stuff like that you can't do when you've got a baby. I've been really trying to plan my time because time is actually flying. They say it does, but it really is. One of the things I kind of want to do is take a solo backpacking trip. It sounds a bit wild, but I've actually done it, I've booked it. So I've booked really cheap flights to Spain next month. I'm turning 31 next month, and I just thought I might go on one last little adventure. And of course I'll bring the camera along and share it with you guys. Speaking of booking flights, I thought now would be a good time to tell you about today's video sponsor, which is Surfshark. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you will have heard me talking about them for the last 2 years, and I normally rave about the benefits of being able to stream content from other countries, and that is really what I use it for the most, because Surfshark is a VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network, and that basically allows you to browse the internet as if you were in a different location to where you really are. You can view Netflix libraries from all over the world. But the other great benefit of Surfshark is that you can check if flights are cheaper from other locations. So it can actually save you money. So if you've been wanting to try Surfshark, now is a good time because I have got a deal to get you 4 extra months for free if you use the link surfshark.com/transit. It's on the screen now, or you can click the link in the description. You can try and get cheaper subscriptions, flights, hotel bookings, car rentals. So I used Surfshark when I was booking my flight to Spain to see if I could get cheaper flights when I was browsing from a different country, because sometimes flights show up as more expensive in different countries, so it's worth checking it out when you're booking a holiday. They have got a 30-day money back guarantee, so you can just try it out, and then if you're not a fan, just get all your money back. There's unlimited devices with Surfshark, so you can just share it around. There's no code anymore, it's just my link, which is surfshark.com/transit. So really simple. Check it out and see if you can save any money on your future holidays. So I feel a bit of a mixture of emotions about my holiday. I haven't actually booked my hotel or accommodation yet, so I need to figure out what I'm doing there. Maybe I'll look at renting a car too, but all I've done is book flights. They were really cheap, so I just had a bit of a YOLO moment. I thought, why not? But I am a little bit nervous about doing it on my own, because I will be quite pregnant by that point, because that's a whole month later, so I'll be 7 months pregnant then. I think it'll be an adventure. Yeah, I just think it's going to be an opportunity that can't be missed. I've got this free time, I've got no responsibilities. You enjoying it, Scout? Yeah. You got a little treat there, Scout. Is that yummy? Why didn't you eat that in the pub then? Throughout this pregnancy, I'm trying all of the no alcohol beers. This is definitely one of my favourite pubs to come to. I just love the beer garden, it's so cute. And it's a 12th century pub, so it's super old. And it's really cosy inside, the fire's going. It's just such a nice place to come have a drink. It's called the Crown Inn in Llanlivery. Honestly, this is the best low alcohol beer I've had in my whole pregnancy. I think it's 0.5%, but I do find that 0.5 can help give it that taste. It's by Firebrand, and it's called Shorebreak, and it's honestly the closest thing I've had that tastes like a beer. Scout's enjoying sniffing around in the beer garden. Guys, lol, I've just been looking at my booking, confirmation. Look what it says. Interesting. We are in a transit van. We'll ring Tom and find out how his first day went at work.
Hello.
Hello, Thomas.
Hello.
Hello. I was just ringing to find out how your first day went.
Your number isn't recognised.
That's weird. I thought you normally answer hello, Izzy Wizzy.
I know. I was like, who the hell is this ringing me?
It sounded like a formal hello.
Yeah, well, I thought it might be work or something.
Hello. Tom, unfortunately, after the first day, you've been fired.
Yeah, escape from the coming back.
Yo, how did it go?
It was good.
And was everyone nice to you?
Everyone was nice to me.
That's good.
It was a very chill job.
That's good. And did you get any uniform?
Yeah, I got some uniforms.
What about boots?
He's ordered me some boots.
Nice. What did I sell you?
Nothing.
It was so cosy in that pub. I definitely could have just settled in all night, and that beer went down so well, and the food smelled amazing. But I really want to cook this meal. I've found a recipe in my favourite cookbook, which is River Cottage, Hugh Fearnley Whittingstall veg every day or something. Yeah, there's a really good one for pumpkins. We had a pumpkin delivered in our veg box this week. And it's got that orzo pasta in it, so I can't wait to cook that. So a little bit of the path back to the van is part of the Saints Way walk, which I've done 3 times now, and I love that walk. So plan, I'm gonna go set up our little camp area, make it all nice. I think we ought to go and get this one some water. What do you reckon then, Scout? You gonna get used to this camping life? Yeah? You gonna like camping with me? I think you will. I'll make it all cosy for you. We've got everyone water. We're gonna be hydrated, aren't we, Scout? Scout's just obsessed with his ball. He's trying to get it out of my pocket. I've got to sort out the van. It's not been slept in for a while. I haven't made the bed or anything. I just got up and left. What do you reckon, Scout? Can you get up there? I think you can. One sec. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, he's up. One thing about Scout is he cannot be apart from you for a second. He'll be sad. What do you think, Scout? You going to be able to sleep in here with me? I hope so. So state of the van right now. Put all this stuff out. And the bed is not made. So we'll make more space for you in a minute. Right, not yet. I haven't made the bed yet. You're a funny dog. He has to sleep in the bed with you. We tried putting him in his bed last night, but he wasn't having it. He had to be in the bed with me and Tom. But I think tonight there'll be a bit more room because it will just be me and Scout in here. It's good to use Lavamba because don't like the idea of her just being sat not being used. Tom's actually going to be using Lavamba quite a lot because for his college, he has to go to college every few weeks and stay up there for a week, and he's going to stay in Lavamba. You don't like it in here much, do you, Scout? I think you will when it's all snug and you can relax. I do. You've had exercise, you've had water, you've had food. Scout's been keeping me fit, guys. Doing lots of walks, so I'll use the van today for a little trip with Scout, and then Tom's going to go off and go up all the way up near Birmingham for his college, so I'll leave the bed for him. I think he doesn't mind me and Scout and slept in it. It shows it's worth, like, if you've just got one day off, it's worth like having a little getaway, even if it's just down the road. Scout, you're interrupting me now, come on. We've got neighbours as well. I will make you a little area. I've bought your bedding, I've bought all your things. We're going to have a nice time. We are. We used to go camping when you were a puppy. You like that? Just hang tight. So 6 months preggers now. No, you eating my food? Don't eat my food. I'm also noticing I'm just feeling a little bit more tired this week. Like my body is like heavy. I just actually am heavier. We'll try and keep the Izzy energy up. Right, so I don't want you to go on bedding without bed covers on. You're a bit dirty. It's not my finest bed, believe it or not. I used to be a housekeeper. Oh, I forgot to put the electric blanket on. I think I've got electric included in this pitch, so I may as well plug in. Enjoy electricity. I've bought a base electric blanket to go at the bottom of the bed, which I think will be nice. It's not actually that cold right now, but it has been getting quite cold in the night, and I'm thinking, stop eating my food, stop trying to eat my food. I'm thinking it'll be good for Tom as well, so he'll really appreciate me having this. Oh, life's hard, isn't it, Scout? So I do really recommend these under electric blankets for van life. If you're doing it in the winter, I think it's really essential, and they don't pull that much electricity. Every time I talk to you guys, I think he gets jealous that I'm not putting attention on him. Scout, come on, we've had lots of nice times today. Okay, the bed is all made. Right, watch this. Scout, you're gonna like this. Scout, up. Yeah. That's better, isn't it? You've got space to relax. That wasn't so bad, was it, Scout? Yeah? Are you happy now? Are you happy? I do quite like the idea of if I was to be a solo female van lifer full time. I like the idea of having a dog. Not under, just stay there. You like going under the covers? There, you're really comfy now, aren't you? He's a silly sausage. Why are you so silly? Yeah? Me and Scout are both chilling. I feel like Scout's like me. We like having bursts of energy, and then we also like sitting on the sofa and putting our feet up as well. There's a lot of that going on while we've been together. He's a man after my own heart. I'm actually just in here in the van. Like, it's really relaxing. There's a lovely river just right by the front of the van, and you can hear it, and you can hear all the birds singing. Yeah, it's cool to just take a day to come and get away and just stay somewhere kind of locally and support local business, and also discover what's on your doorstep. I'm also finding it really nostalgic just being in the van and looking around and just thinking about all of the adventures we've had in it. And I can't believe that we used to this was our every day we'd rock up somewhere new. Me and Tom would be in this tiny little space together, and yeah, we just go everywhere, all over. We were pretty fearless with like where we parked and the roads we drove down. But yeah, just thinking about all those countries we went through and how it's just your own little safe haven.
wherever you are, you've got all your little comforts here, and that's the beauty of camper van life, really. Yeah, I'm just feeling really grateful for all those experiences we've had, and just been so cool to have explored the world in this way. So that was my little nostalgic moment on the bed.
We'll come see what this campsite's got. Lovely river. Laundry room. Washing up room. Come on. I just had to have a nap then. It's so cosy being back in the van. I made it all cosy, a little nest on the bed. And me and Scout both just had a nap. We're living like the retired lifestyle because pretty much everyone else on this campsite are probably retired. I've been chatting to a couple of our neighbours. Right guys, I've got my cookbook out. I've got all my ingredients out. This is the one I really like. And I'm cooking a North African squash and chickpea stew. Never made it before, but it looks delicious. I basically just tried to find a recipe that had pumpkin in because we have a pumpkin. Oh, got like orzo, chickpeas, tomatoes. This book I really recommend. It's really nice. And it's not super difficult or expensive, the recipes. This has got saffron in, but I don't have that. Let's be honest, I'm not a saffron girl. This is my van setup. Annoyingly, I have forgotten a chopping board, which is kind of, well, the main thing I need it for really is this pumpkin. Love a stew, especially at this time of year. I just think this is gonna go so well. High hopes, guys. High hopes for my own cooking. I just love orzo too. Anything with pasta in, I'm there for it. Who else really enjoys just like starting to cook when you're not ravenous and actually really just taking the time? It's one of my joys, is to enjoy the cooking, enjoy the process. I have to peel and de-seed this bad boy. The van is filled with delicious smells. I am really enjoying cooking this recipe. It's pretty easy. I've just literally fried onion and garlic and in some spices and chickpeas, lentils, tomato, passata. Now I've got some fresh parsley going in and it smells incredible. I really like following a recipe because it encourages me to be more experimental with the spices I use, because I'm so used to just like plonking in the same old spices, but this is using turmeric, cinnamon and ginger, which is probably a combo I wouldn't just like reach for those three. This squash is testing my patience. It's so hard to chop without a chopping board and a peeler. I didn't bring those two things. Oh, but it's gonna be worth it. I haven't had a pumpkin in years. Okay, the time has come to taste my delicious stew. I'm so glad I've taken the effort to make this because it smells amazing and it's going to be worth the wait. It looks so delicious. It's just the ideal food for today. Need a bit of salt, I think. Salt and pepper. It's time to serve her up. This also, I've made a portion that serves 6. But I'll just have leftovers. But like when you go into the effort of cutting up a squash, it's good to have more. And this looks like something Tom would love as well. Okay, Scout, that was probably about an hour cooking. Oh, shame you can't have some. So Scout's already had his dinner. He's got boring old dog biscuits. Stuff like this tastes so good when it's been cooked for ages as well. Quite fun to just go away on a little camp in the van. I recommend this if you've got a camper van, or you can't go away for a long holiday till next summer. It's quite nice to just take a night away somewhere local and try out a local campsite. Because I'm thinking now I can recommend this place to family if they come and visit, and just kind of gives you a level of perspective of the area as well, which I like. When you're staying somewhere you get to appreciate it more, I think. One thing about Scout is he has to have like a bit of his body on you. He likes to lie his head on you or his paw. Don't you, Scout? All night the bells have been going since a couple of hours ago. This must be bell ringing night, Monday night, bell ringing. So I'm 24 weeks pregnant now. I've got a big bump update. It's just so, it feels so like full and hard. There's a big baby in there, I think. I've been feeling the baby kick a lot, which is really, really cool. It moves mostly at night and in the morning. And I still haven't like got the habit of saying he or him. I just call it the baby.
I just can't quite believe it. It's hard to describe. That hasn't kind of set in my head yet. Obviously I said I had my energy back a couple of weeks ago, but this week I feel tired again. So just going to take each day as it comes. I'm trying not to be too hard on myself and like put too much pressure on myself to do loads of stuff. Yeah, I hope these chilled videos are alright, because I'm finding it hard to do my usual level of stuff and activities. So I'm just kind of I'm not really there yet in my head, but I'm really trying to channel like just being nice to myself, being kind to myself, doing what I want. And it's okay to have a nap, and it's okay to just go on a short walk, and you don't have to like bite off more than you can chew, because that's a very classic me trait where I just try and do too much. Scout, stop biting that. Stop biting that. That's your nice blanket. Oh, see, you just like, this bed is huge, but he has to come and lie right here. You're a funny. Oh look. He has to lie his head on you. You're so cute. I'll let you off. You just like to cuddle. Do you know what? One thing I really like about having Scout is that thing of getting out first thing in the morning, because I wouldn't do that just me. I would delay the walk, but with Scout, obviously, he has to go out for a wee early. It's a really nice way of just seeing that natural light at the start of your day. I'll try and keep that habit once Scout leaves, because especially with these dark winters rolling in, sunrise is getting later and later. Me and Scout are going to try and get some sleep now, aren't we, Scout? I wonder if you'll let me sleep. Yeah, I hope so. No, give me a bit of space in this bed. You can't see, but Scout's trying to get under the covers. Scout, stop it. Okay. Look, Scout. Where are my covers? Come on, come over here. Who's the silliest dog in the land? Scout, morning. It's morning time. Still dark. Breakfast time in the dark. Good boy. Morning. Just had my morning spike of adrenaline going to the toilet in the dark, because you have to walk right across a little stream and it was pitch black and there was loads of leaves and I kept thinking they were frogs. I had my frog defender with me. Yeah, it was only last week that I stayed in my dad's wagon, and I remember the sun was rising at about 7, and now the sun's not rising till probably another 40 minutes later. Whilst it's still dark, I'm gonna have some breakfast. I brought some eggs to make a nice good breakfast. Me and Scout have come for a little run around in the dog play area. It is really nice having this area. Having Scout for just one day in the van has got me thinking about van life with a dog and how much more you have to think about things. Like even just going to the toilet, over to the toilet block, Scout was crying, barking, he didn't want to be left, so then I would take him to the toilet block, tie him up, but then he would cry outside the toilet block because you're obviously not allowed dogs in the toilets. So it's just, yeah, a lot more to think about, I guess. I've been feeling quite the responsibility for just things I wouldn't normally think about in the van, like the temperature of the van, like when I'm cooking, is it too hot for Scout? There's obviously like the space issue as well, like sometimes he didn't want to come into the van when there was no space. Just thinking about, is he bored, does he need exercising? Give me a new appreciation for dog owners and people who do van life with dogs, because it is a huge responsibility. Yeah, I find I kind of feel this guilt, I need to make sure Scout's entertained, to change it up, do new things. He's really enjoying his ball throwing. I'd say it's not the most, I do quite like a wild campsite. You just have a grass pitch and it's not necessarily like the gravel hard standing. It wouldn't be my top choice of a type of campsite, but for van life with a dog, I think it's really good. Scout, yeah, I know, you just want me to throw it. What about, let's do a kick. Let's see if I can do a kick. 24-week bump update. Little boy cooking away in there. I've realised that this is quite a good tired pregnant woman
activity with Scout because I can basically be static, throw the ball, and he can just run miles around me. So I'm gonna just do this for a good old half an hour with Scout. Oh, I'm kind of excited because it's my birthday soon. We've got bonfire night. My birthday's the day after bonfire night, so I love this time of year where you wrap up warm, you go and watch the fireworks, have bonfire, hot chocolates, mulled wine. If only I could. It's a long time not drinking alcohol. For someone that used to quite like having a beer at the pub. 9 months, it's nearly a year, and I'm guessing also I'm going to have to stay off it when I'm breastfeeding as well. So I think my boozing days are over. It is probably healthy. So funny because pregnancy is like a really good detox, but not really out of choice, just because you have to. I made a vlog a couple of weeks ago of me kind of sorting my life out, getting everything ready for the baby, and I had a lot of energy. It was really nice to have my energy back. And one thing I've learned about pregnancy is it's like it comes in waves. It's not like just because I have my energy back one day doesn't necessarily mean it's going to last even all day or all week. It can change a lot, but I have definitely felt my best in this pregnancy over the last couple of weeks. Just felt like my normal self. I can do anything. I want to do everything. And I definitely had the busy Izzy mind when I was doing the sorting my life out and getting all the stuff for the baby. I bought the pram, the cot, the clothes, made a huge baby list, got an inventory going. I think the thing as well with baby stuff is they grow so quick that I think it makes sense to get secondhand and get hand-me-downs because it's otherwise it's just wasteful. And I'm going to definitely share what I've got with whoever has a baby next, or maybe it'll be me again, who knows. I would say now I've been a little bit more calm over the last couple of weeks. I haven't done any more baby prep, really. I'm kind of glad in a way because it was feeling like I had so long to wait that it felt really frustrating and I was impatient. So it's kind of nice that I've just distracted myself with other things. I haven't really got anything else or looked at my list that much. Me and Tom actually put everything away in the attic because our house is quite small and we do still have 3.5 months till this baby's coming. Oh, like just saying that isn't long. 3.5 months or 3 months. It's not long at all. Those 3 months go fast, man. It doesn't take long to cook up a human, does it, when you really think about it? In the grand scheme of things, when you actually think about it, that is a human being in there. I am quite nervous about like having to give birth to a human, not gonna lie, but I think you just have to take it in your stride, right? You'll just have to do it. Craziest thing ever. Tom was saying he's jealous that I get to give birth because it's like an amazing natural wonder that he won't get to experience. But I wonder if he'll be saying that when it actually happens. We've signed up to some antenatal classes, which is really cool. They were really expensive though, about 250 quid for these 7 courses. I think it's going to be worth it to make friends and to learn. We're a bit clueless, it's our first baby. I think it'd be a really nice thing to do together as well, to feel like we're in this together, we're learning it together. And I would really like to make some friends in the local area who are having babies at the same time, because my mum was saying she's still like really good friends with the people she met at this time of her pregnancies. That could be really nice because I don't have any friends that I know of right now that are, well, I do have a couple, but one's in Scotland and one's in Australia. So it'd be nice to make some local friends that are having babies at the same time as me, just to be in it together and to ask questions. I am so excited. I cannot believe that is going to happen to me. Update on the new car. It's not great. We think there's a hole in the exhaust because it's really loud. It's kind of embarrassing. It sounds like we're boy racers when we leave. And Tom said it's quite bad on his way to work yesterday, so we need to book it into a garage. Hopefully I haven't bought a big dudder. We'll see. In your opinion, would you message the people that sold it to me if there is a big problem? Because they sold it to me a week ago today. We will see what the problem is first, I think. Scout, I think we might have to go now. Enough ball for one day? You need a drink, I think. Well, thank you so much for joining me on my little adventure. Join me next. Oh, guys, I've got a good one next week. It's the Halloween special. I'm going to go and stay in the UK's most haunted pub. What am I doing to myself? We'll see you there.